So like we said, microarthropods. Microarthropods, for example, scabies. Scabies is caused by scabies mite. Scabies is caused by scabies mite. Like I told you, it enters into the skin and gives itching, irritation and all that. So it's very important that we keep ourselves always clean. Most of us know we are interested in gardening and cleaning the houses and all that. Cleaning house and doing everything is very good, but after that cleaning ourselves is more important. Our personal hygiene matters a lot, otherwise we will be prone to these kind of problems. And for some people, if you notice, they'll have a kind of infection inside their scalp, on their eyelashes also, small dusty kind of things. They'll feel itching, and inside near the eye they'll have powdery kind of dusty kind of things, and ashy colored, and itching will be there, problem will be there, and it becomes a dry skin and all that. That is because of eyelash mite. These are problems created by these microarthropods. For that, important thing is that keep yourself always clean. Always tend to be, it's not called OCD. Many people, I have a habit of washing hands. Now I am so happy that everyone is washing their hands. People used to call me, what is this habit you have? OCD they used to call me, but I am happy that now everyone is joining hands with me. Joining hands in washing hands, not holding hands. So microarthropods, to avoid the problems arising from microarthropods, most important thing is that we need to keep ourselves clean. Personal hygiene matters a lot. And now next thing is, microorganisms are present in soil. First 8 inches of soil we call it as humus. I hope you remember humus. The topsoil is highly fertile and nutrient rich in nutrients. What does it have? Just you take a little of it. The top 8 inches of it in 1 acre may contain 5.5 tons of fungi and bacteria. Top 8 inches, 8 inches, yeah, this much. 8 inches of soil, 1 acre. Like that you take 5.5 tons of fungi and bacteria are found in that. You may now wonder, my God, maybe it is dangerous. No, actually their presence in soil makes the soil more fertile. But unfortunately, their presence there is very useful. Unfortunately, because of the use of pesticides, insecticides, weedicides and many chemicals, the natural fertilizers, this fungi and bacteria which act as natural fertilizers, biofertilizers, they are killed. So for this main reason, farmers are supposed to think and use them as per the need only and as per the suggestion only, because there are centers where farmers get free suggestions, like guidance, like what is the fertility of the soil, alkalinity of the soil, acidity of the soil, and what should be used, what should not be used, how it has to be maintained. That kind of guidance is given by certain centers, like agricultural officers give that kind of guidance. That has to be used so that we don't lose the natural or biofertilizers like fungi and bacteria which are present inside the soil. The top 8 inches of soil is because of their presence only. It is called fertile soil. And the next important thing is, you want to observe soil or microorganisms. Like we already thought that microorganisms are present everywhere, in the air, in the soil, in water, everywhere they are present. But you want to observe particularly water. You already observed, no? In hay decoction you observed protozoa. In normal pond water, scummy kind of pond water, you observed algae. And we observed fungi, we observed bacteria. Now let us observe the bacteria which are present in soil. To observe the bacteria which are present in soil, we have to take just few lumps of soil, mix it in water thoroughly, and then just decant the water and then take a drop of water and observe it under the microscope. All the procedure has to be followed, children. Just because I am not saying, it doesn't mean that we are not supposed to follow. And follow all the procedure of how to prepare the slide, and observe it under the microscope. You will notice so many fungi and bacteria which we were discussing about now. Soil bacteria, soil fungi, which are useful for the plants to grow well. That is it. And then another important thing is, they are present everywhere inside our body. Inside our body means inside the living organisms, be it a plant or an animal. They are present inside as well as outside. Some of them are useful, some of them are harmful. Some can sustain highest temperatures, some can sustain lowest temperatures. Some will die in highest temperatures, some will die in lowest temperatures. Some can even survive in chemical temperatures also, chemobacteria we call. And some of them can endure high pressures also. So microorganisms, where they are present, where they are not present means they are present everywhere. Omnipresent, call them as omnipresent. God, usually we call God as omnipresent. Now please don't think that I am telling microorganisms are gods. Just because they are present everywhere, because the term used for anything that is present everywhere is omnipresent, I am using the term. So keep that in mind. Now you will always remember God and microorganisms are omnipresent. That you will remember. For that only I have given that idea to you. Next, they are present everywhere. Fine. And how to observe bacteria? For that, it is there in your textbook once again. That's why I am telling you. You have to stain it with crystal violet. If you want to observe bacteria, stain it with crystal violet. And then observe it under a microscope with 25x and 40x. That means that lens, that is what you have to use. And then, now coming to the most important part, that is, I'm sorry, this is the second section, right? The most important part is virus. Virus, we don't call it as microorganism, but it is micro in nature. It is the smallest organism if it is present in a living thing. If we call it as a particle, why do we call it as a particle is, suppose if it is present on a living thing, it acts like a living thing. If present on a living thing, then it is living. Present on a non-living thing, it is a non-living thing. If it is present on living thing, it is a living thing. If it is present on non-living thing, it is a non-living thing. So it keeps changing. And what important thing that we need to know about virus is, it has RNA. It has unstructured RNA. And important viruses, almost till now we didn't come across any virus which is useful for us. All the viruses are harmful. And most importantly, the virus that we can talk about which is very harmful is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. Human immunodeficiency virus. How does it look like? It looks like this. Don't think that I am drawing coronavirus. Actually, of course, it looks like coronavirus only. It looks like this. Human immunodeficiency virus, which causes AIDS. Acute immunodeficiency syndrome. This is one type of virus which causes this. And there are other viruses which cause, for example, what are the other viruses are polio, swine flu, conjunctivitis, smallpox, chickenpox. All these are caused by virus. Now let me make a mention again. Tobacco mosaic virus. It looks like a actually please don't mind my imagination. I told you for learning science we need to have a kind of imagination, and I have too much fertile imagination. It looks like Cinderella like frock. This is tobacco mosaic virus. Tobacco mosaic virus. It attacks tobacco plants. It attacks tobacco plants. It spoils the crop so badly that it is of no use anymore. HIV is on animals and this is on plants. And what else? Polio. Polio is affected by virus. Chickenpox is affected by chickenpox. Smallpox. Then conjunctivitis. And then what else? Swine flu. Now I can add COVID-19. All these are caused by virus. Polio is caused in very young children. As soon as the child is born, polio drops are given. Till the year 5 years of the child's growth, every year polio drops will be given. And polio drops are vaccination against polio. Suppose this is not given, the polio, that particular virus will attack the child, and by the time the child reaches 5, 6, 7 years or so, the child will lose muscle growth in particular part of his body. Usually nowadays, thankfully in India, this polio drive has made it possible for us to overcome this, and the number of polio cases have drastically and not remarkably come down. It is really an appreciable thing. Hopefully COVID also we can fight like that. And then chickenpox is something basing on the person's immunity, you can fight against that. This is a kind of a pox. When the virus enters, the inside the body gets accumulated with heat and boils appear. And till the heat is reduced and boils are completely gone out, chickenpox is still there and that virus is still inside. And then smallpox is with such wonderful planning, smallpox has been eradicated completely in our country. Smallpox is such a devastating disease which caused problems to so many people, and so many suffered. Their hands and everything, they get degenerated, and that has been overcome by our nation. We need to really applaud the people who work towards that. Conjunctivitis is your eye infection. The virus will infect the conjunctiva of the eye, and we get infection for 3-4 days. It will be there. If you are very careful and take care with turmeric cloth and all that, if you take proper care, cleanness and everything is very important, then you can overcome that. Swine flu. Again, swine flu is nothing but if you have pigs around, the surrounding cleanliness is very important. You can really overcome that if you can keep your surroundings clean and pigs are avoided, and flu can be prevented. And then COVID. Well, how can you prevent that? By having healthy food, building your immunity, taking good care of yourself, washing your hands thoroughly, maintaining 6 feet distance, social distancing, and then hugging each other, touching each other should be avoided. At least don't think that it is going to be forever. Thankfully, our scientists can do wonderful discoveries to overcome that problem also. All these years we have come across so many problems, and all problems were overcome. That is the power of human brain, and this also will overcome children. So you still have lot of chance to enjoy. So don't get depressed, enjoy yourself. This is all about microorganisms story 1. Tomorrow we'll learn about microorganisms story 2. Bye bye.